Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2019, and we kick off the new year with a good old-fashioned rivalry game at East Lyme High School between the New London High School Whalers and the East Lyme Vikings on the girls' side of things, and you'll have it all on game day, live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill, along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. And what is a better way to ring in the new year than with the number one team in the state?
Yeah, newly anointed number one team in Holly Misto's New London Whalers, Casey. And East Lyme comes in a bit of a hot streak, winners of 4 straight, some big wins on the road this year, and a real good test for both teams this year. A little bit of a, let's see how we do against the big boys of the league for East Lyme tonight.
A lot of stars in this game, and the Viking Valley said it's going to be a blackout tonight, so they came over and brought it, and Viking Valley, they've got a message for us.
They showed up, and they are here in droves tonight. Look at Viking Valley.
Yeah, they did show up tonight. I challenged them, and they did. And speaking of that, I used some words when challenging them that probably didn't resonate very well with some people. And for people out there that were upset thinking I might have minimized girls basketball or girls sports, I sincerely apologize. Never my intent, nor anybody here at Game Day. We love our girls sports, and I want to say I'm sorry for the way I may have brought that up. But we are here now, and look at them. They showed up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Sunglasses on and pizza boxes in hand over there. I love it. This is why I love high school sports.
Everybody wants a pizza, and they are on their way to earning it. One of those people might be on the court tonight. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the players to watch?
Yeah, sure thing, Casey. For East Lyme, Sophie Dubriel, 5'5" junior guard. Two-sport athlete, Sophie does not lack for confidence in a big game or in a big moment. The team captain, the junior point guard, makes teammates around her better when called upon and control pace and tempo of the ballgame. Scoring, assists, steals, Dubriel can stuff the stat sheet. And for New London, how about Ty Pagan? Senior center is solid around the rim and stepping out from the paint on the offensive end, makes her a mismatch nightmare for opposing bigs. Shot blocker, rebounder, Pagan does a little bit of everything for Coach Holly Misto. Pagan has got to take over the leadership role on the court for this Whaler team in her senior year.
That's right, sports doctor. Well, Megan Bauman has led the East Lyme girls basketball team in points, in rebounds, assists, and dives to the floor. Well, now she wants to lead them to a victory over the best, New London.
I would always go to my brother's. My brother's older. I would always go to his practices, and that's really when I started playing. And then I'd play in the neighborhood with neighbors and against older kids.
When she walked in the gym her freshman year, I knew it. I didn't coach her freshman year, but I was around watching her, and she's put a lot of time into the game. She's been very dedicated to the game, and it really shows on the court. Led our team in rebounding last year, led our team in assists and points. She has done everything we've asked her to do. She's also an unbelievable student. And that's one of the things we take a lot of pride of at East Lyme is our kids are just great students too, not along as student athletes.
So New London has the record of winning state championships and conference championships, and they've been the team to beat. So we kind of want to take that step and be up there with them.
Team around the corner, I've had the pleasure of coaching at Morgan High School for 10 years. And the team around the corner beat me in the finals at the Mohegan Sun. They're a class act program. They're good. They're the best. And we want to play the best. And if you look at our schedule, we've played the best already. We are battle tested right now, the teams we've played. And right now, New London, they've been the best for the last 4 or 5 years. And we want to get there. And so it's a challenge. And we look forward to the challenge, playing on our home court. So we're going to see what happens.
It's really fun, the camaraderie of the school, and everyone goes to the boys' games. Hopefully we'll get more people coming to the girls' games too if we continue to win. And it's just nice to have both teams winning.
Boy, Casey, having a player who's confident is infectious. And right now, Megan Bauman is that player for the Vikings, and everybody in that locker room is feeding off of her positive energy.
Yeah, I absolutely love the calm confidence that she brings to the table. And that's something that seems to be a common thread between these two teams, because On the other side of things, where they say actions speak louder than words, and for New London senior Ty Pagan, that rings especially true. She's a quiet leader, but her actions on the court speak volumes.
Ty's the quiet one, the calm. She remains calm. You're never going to see her get upset over a foul call. She just kind of goes about her business, does her job, and it's that quiet leadership that everybody looks up to.
She definitely brings block shots, helping out with defense. Rebounds are very important, and her height is just right there, right where we need. So definitely rebounds, putting up shots, blocks, everything.
And you think she doesn't have a fire burning in it, but she does. You know, she wants to win just as bad as the next person, but she does it in a quiet way. And that's what I love about her. And
just her, like me and her knowing each other, like we had our struggles back then and we've only grown from that. And it's just incredible to be with each other through this journey, winning a state championship, ECC championship, everything.
Last year, everything didn't fall into place. This year, every little thing has to go our way. Leadership is very big for us. Like we're always trying to set a good example, even in practice. Like we always say, practice how you play. But we always hold each other accountable. And yes, there's times where we really have to make sure we have fun. Remember not to have to always have fun in games. But there's also time where you have to be serious and really work hard for what you want.
you know, it's important, and you can see that they learn life skills when they're here as well, and that's important. It's not just about winning. We came off of losing at the end of the year last year. They had to come back and want that same thing, set the same goals, and it's important that they learn all of those things.
We're used to this. We're used to being the underdogs, and we always come through and pull through no matter what, so it doesn't faze us at all.
A close team is really what's needed for winning games. Like that's, if you're not close to your teammates, then you really have nothing.
All smiles and having fun in her senior year is Ty Pagan, Casey. And again, you talk about the leadership role, lead by example. Not exactly the vocal leader that we all think that leadership is, but lead by example. This is how we're gonna do things. It's better to, you know, how when the eyes are on you, how you act, and she is a class act indeed.
Yeah, she is that, and she's gonna have to play big tonight because the Vikings are ready, and we will have the action for you coming up soon. Join us on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's always stayed with me, right on through all the different ranks that I held in the police department.
There are about 1,000 unsolved murders in Connecticut.
And our department really wanted to solve this.
Case Unsolved, a new podcast from the newsroom at The Day, tells the stories of unsolved murders in Connecticut and the family, friends, and law enforcement left without resolution. Listen at caseunsolvedpodcast.com or your favorite podcast app.
The following is a presentation of The Day.
A new year is upon us, and with it comes resolutions and optimism. The East Lyme girls basketball team came into this season full of confidence after last year's breakout postseason run. Now, having won 4 straight games, including wins over powerhouses East Haven and East Hartford, the Vikings are resolved to build upon their success and establish themselves as threats in the ECC. A veteran group led by Megan Bauman and Sophie Dubriel, East Lyme has dynamic guard play, balanced scoring, and dangerous size. But are they ready to play with the best? The New London Whalers, the state's #1 team, has already knocked off Capital Prep, East Haven, and Hand. Led by the premier front court of Ty Pagan, Spencer Roman, and the X-Factor, Exaria Melendez, the Whalers were thought to be vulnerable at guard, but instead have watched their young backcourt dominate, providing consistency that has Holly Misto's group optimistic about another run at the Sun. Tonight, they will be tested in Viking Valley. Will the resolute Whalers continue their early season dominance? Or will the optimistic Vikings ring in the new year with the upset? We will find out on Game Day, live on theday.com.
We are are moments away from an exciting ECC girls contest between the #1 ranked New London High School Whalers and the East Lyme Vikings. Everyone believes their chief competitor here in the ECC. We'll have it all for you here on game day. The crowd is here. People are ready. And Sports Doctor, we are excited about a basketball game. Why don't you talk a little bit about the keys to tonight's ball game?
Yeah, Casey, the Sports Doctor's keys to the game for East Lyme: make shots, plain and simple. Vikings will have to score to stay with the Whalers. No giveaways. Take care of the basketball, limit turnovers, and value each possession. And play with confidence. East Lyme is on a 4-game winning streak with a win over a top 3 team in the state already. Don't back down from the Whalers. And from New London, how about rebound? Limit second chance scoring points and opportunities. Solid D. Play tough on-ball D, close out passing lanes, and make the Vikings earn everything. And get out and run. Push the pace and tempo and create easy scoring chances.
Yeah, I think the key, Sports Doctor, is as simple as this. Both of these teams do something very well that is the sort of question mark of the other team. New London's got the premier front court in the region with Pagan and Roman and Melendez. And East Lyme does not have a lot of size. They've got a good one in Tarhini, but is there enough size there to hold off the bigs of New London? And then the other side, East Lyme, veteran, smart guards. Really, really good guards. Bauman and Durkee and Dubriel. And New London, they've played great, but they're a freshman and a sophomore at guard. They've played great, but are they going to get flummoxed by the wisdom of the East Lyme backcourt?
Right, and I think experience cost them the other night against that good team from Rhode Island, Casey. Cost them the London Whalers, and they're trying to figure things out a little bit on the fly with some new pieces in the backcourt. Sal Fiorello, the East Lyme coach, had a chance to talk to him before the game, and he says, we're not going to have a tractor pull here tonight. He says, we're going to get out and run, and we're going to do our thing. He says, we're confident, we believe in ourselves.
Well, New London not deep at guard. They've gotten good play from guard play, but when you talk about Dubriel and Durkee and Bauman, those three are going to challenge them. They're going to show them every trick in the book. You're going to get pump fakes and backdoor cuts and hesitations, all the things that veteran players know how to do. Will that be enough? Can it offset the size advantage of New London? I love this matchup tonight.
Yeah, I think it's a big-time game too, Casey. And again, you talked about some of the experience for the New London Whalers. Again, these are kids who are becoming freshmen, becoming sophomores towards the end of the year.
Well, a lot of people are going to have to contribute. So let's meet the players from tonight's game.
Megan Bauman, Lily B. Haynes School.
Sophie Duber, Lily B. Haynes School.
Katie Durkee, Salem Elementary School.
Nadia Tarhini, Flanders Elementary School.
Amelia England, Flanders Elementary School.
Julia Fenn, Lily B. Haynes.
Taina Pagan, Jennings Elementary School.
Xaria Melendez, North Wyndham Elementary School.
Katie Spencer Roman, Nathan Hale Elementary School.
Deja Uzzle, Jennings Elementary School.
Janiyah Blair Fitzpatrick, Jennings School.
Olivia Yard, Nathan Hale Elementary School.
Jaden Byrnes, Uncas Elementary School.
Jemiah Riddle, C.B. Jennings Elementary School.
Desiree Johnson, Hall School Elementary.
Wendy Gethers, John Moriarty Elementary School.
Anaya Vega Harbor Elementary School.
It's the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien. You want to hear from local coaches, athletes, and personalities? Well, how about giving my weekly podcast a listen? I mean, do you have a kid in mind, though, John, who would take the last shot down by 2 with, say, 6 seconds left?
God almighty. I mean,
I gave you a look at sports from a fan's perspective as well. Do you have a problem with him pulling up from about 35 feet, from the basket, Coach?
We have had talks about this.
The Sports Doctor here on theday.com.
Thank you. Tonight's officials, Ms. Cheryl Kraft and Mr. Scott Banks.
Game Day is a production of the Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a print or digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe. All right, Sports Doctor, Viking Valley is ready. They want the pizzas, but more than the pizzas,
boy.
I think they'd sacrifice the pizzas.
For a victory
for
tonight,
a victory tonight over New London.
Yeah. Well, it's a new year, Casey. It's going to be a lot of basketball for us here in the next 6 or 7 weeks, and we're going to get off with a barn burner here tonight.
Well, the energy in the gym is that sort of subdued optimism. I talk about the optimism of New Year's, right? Everyone's always
right.
optimistic in the new year. And so this East Lyme team, they've won 4 straight. They come in very optimistic. I think the biggest strike against them is that New London lost.
On Wednesday night, yeah. And Holly Misto doesn't believe in that undefeated season. She said, Keith, I want to get that loss out of the way and out of the way early. Now I can breathe, relax, and let's go to work with my team tonight.
Well, the loss is out of the way. We'll have Pagan and Tarhini, the premier matchup down low tonight. They'll jump it up at center. Of course, New London in the beautiful green and gold, and East Lyme in the home white and maroon, and Byrnes controls the point for New London.
A little bit of a 1-2-2 matchup here being shown by the Vikings early. Melendez in the high post.
They go quickly to Melendez. She misses the left-hander and rebounded, and out comes Bauman on the break for East Lyme. Whalers trap Melendez, and that goes off Pagan. Fortunate for East Lyme. You know, it's been a bit of an enigma for New London this year. Despite that prominent front court, their guards have scored 20 points 5 times this year.
Yeah.
Including when they lost the other night. Bland Fitzpatrick scored 20 in a loss.
Yeah, they've been quick foul on Ty Pagan. Casey, I mean, if someone has got to pick up the scoring load, if it's not the big people, then, why not sprinkle in some youth? Youth has been served here with New London. Fitzpatrick has had a just absolutely blazing start to the year.
But I have to wonder if that's what they want from their balance. I mean, are they better with them getting, 15 and 10 from each of the bigs and the guards not scoring, or are they better with putting the burden of 20 points onto the guard?
Well, I think you figure it out as you go. I mean, I think it's one of those things, if the kids show up and they can accept the roles and they can score, I mean, let them go. Like I said, they're not playing like freshmen. They're playing like sophomores. They're stepping up their game.
Well, Byrnes, inside it goes. Melendez, nice move. She misses the layup, gets her own rebound, kicks it to Pagan for a little 5-footer off the mark. A rebound inside by the freshman, Bland Fitzpatrick, and she's a freshman, but good size for that guard.
Yep, lunch pail, dirty work play right there by Bland Fitzpatrick. Getting the rebound and a little putback for 2, a little chippy.
Yeah, she doesn't look like or play like a freshman. She's already a veteran here in the early going. Dumped inside, Tahini kicks it back out, and East Lyme will go back to work. Roman jumps the pass, in for the layup. Spencer Roman, she misses the layup, but there's Bland Fitzpatrick with the putback, and it's tipped around, and Dubriel comes out of the pack. Oh, what a nifty reverse from Sophie Dubriel, and the foul.
Oh, boy, the junior guard showing you the goods right there. The steal, a takeaway, and then the little dipsy-do right there. And, again, we had a chance to talk to her in the preseason, Casey. She is not one as short of confidence.
No, she went right at Spencer Roman. No problems there. And Scott Banks quick on the foul call. We have 2 officials tonight, Cheryl Kraft and Scott Banks. And Banks was the one that awarded the foul there. And Dubriel will try for the 3-point play and knocks it down.
I think you have to. I mean, I think you have to attack and, try and get the front line of New London a little bit of foul trouble.
In the games where we've seen New London struggle, it's been them not converting those balls down low. You've already seen 4 or 5 misses down in point-blank range, and that's what the Whalers have to avoid. Now Byrnes, the off guard, she's a sophomore. She takes the jumper here for 3 and buries it. That's Jaden Byrnes, transfer from NFA. She and Wendy Gethers came over from NFA, so she does have a year of varsity experience. They were expecting big things from her at NFA.
Yeah.
Perfect fit here for New London.
Yeah, Coach Misto talks about having Byrnes on the point and Bland Fitzpatrick on the wing, just to free up Fitzpatrick a little bit, so knocking down a triple is Byrnes.
East Lyme slowing things down here. Long pass dangerous by Dubriel to Bauman.
You'll see good help defense along the baseline, too, from the Whalers.
There's Bland Fitzpatrick reaching in. A nice job by Dubriel, but there comes Byrnes jumping the pass. And Byrnes, she misses the layup. That's the 4th missed layup by the Whalers. You see New London wants to pressure these Vikings. Here's another turnover. Out ahead it goes, Bland Fitzpatrick. One-on-one with Durkee. She draws the foul, and basket's no good. Foul will be on Katie Durkee, and Bland Fitzpatrick will go to the line.
Help defense, jumping passing lanes, closing out on the ball, creating easy scoring opportunities, off of turnovers. That's where Holly Misto thinks this game is going to be won. The dirty work stuff.
The size of Bland Fitzpatrick and the size of Roman really make this New London team very dangerous. They can spread the floor with size. We talked about, in the boys' game that night we saw Notre Dame, and we said what length can do in your ability to trap and your ability to pressure without trapping, to just simply cut off passing lanes. We saw Spencer Roman jump a passing lane and that no normal high school kid gets to, but she's a big, long player, and she got to a ball, and so you saw Byrnes do the same thing.
Yeah, wingspan, and again the headiness to jump in and steal a pass. And Casey, when they get to turnovers, they run. They look to push.
They want to trap every chance they can. In the corner it goes. Tarhini, baseline. They're going to swing. There's the first open look for Bauman. Back iron, no good, and Bland Fitzpatrick with a rebound.
Yeah, good look, though. Good kick out. Bauman can knock those down.
Zip inside Melendez. She spins. She's going to draw the foul on Tarhini. Zaria Melendez is so tough. If she gets the ball down on the block, New London's had a player like that. So going back to Cherie Osborne, now into Melendez, where if they get the ball down there, they're impossible.
And you talk about players not wasting any time. Just doing something with a purpose. Gets the ball, turns and face, gets yourself to the rim. Make things happen. Be productive. Is that the term we like to use here on game day?
I do. We see Amelia Anglin in the game for East Lyme. She's 5'10", so her and Tarhini are in the game to try to offset some of that Whaler size. There's another turnover, and Dobreel gets it back. She slips on the floor, though. They're going to trap her, and she throws it off of a Whaler. But East Lyme right now having some problems with the Whaler speed.
Yeah, smothering defense, too. Looking to trap, looking to press, help defense on the backside. Go get it, create turnovers, and easy scoring opportunities.
And Bland Fitzpatrick is so active. She and Byrnes really change the look for New London. They were curious about where the guard play was going to come from, but boy, do they have something special here in this young duo. That weak side rebound by Bland Fitzpatrick. New London looks to run. She's 1-on-3, kicks it to Byrnes. Jumper from the wing, no good, and Tarhini with a nice box out.
Watch the trap come, and weak side defense on the backside. There's the trap, yeah.
Length of Pagan out there, problem. They want to get it into Tarhini. Long swing across it goes. Durkee. East Lyme will be patient in this possession.
Challenge the entry pass, front the big man in the post.
There's a good matchup. Byrnes and Dobreel. Bauman zips it into the corner. Open look, baseline, jump shot. Buried by Katie Durkee.
Nice look in the corner from Durkee. Driving kick basketball that time from the Vikings.
Errant pass that time. Byrnes wanted it to bounce to Spencer Roman, but it ended up slipping underneath her and a turnover by the Whalers.
That's a big three in the corner from Durkee, and the Vikings are going to have to make shots like that, Casey, in order to win this ballgame tonight. Open looks, clean looks from the three-point line, shoot at a high percentage, score the basketball.
I like this defensive look by New London right here, where they're very active, little 3-2. And they got it over and back that time on Bauman.
Yeah, at that time, Byrnes overstepping, overplaying the passing lane, challenging everything, creating the turnover. Boy, she does not look like a freshman out there.
No, she really does.
No, I'm sorry, she's a sophomore.
Neither one. Bland Fitzpatrick nor Byrnes.
No.
They're going to switch it up now. Bland Fitzpatrick, they want to get it inside in the corner. There it goes, zip inside to Melendez. And that's going to be off of East Lyme. And nope, they're going to say off the Whalers, off Melendez. Dangerous pass. I think you're trying to force it in too much.
Yeah, you just hear Holly Misto yelling, lazy pass, lazy pass. That high-low for New London there, the Melendez and Pagan, little high-low two-man game, very effective.
There you go, run the high post with Bauman. Little floater is good over the bigs. There's that savvy from Megan Bauman. Reverse to Roman, zip pass inside, Ty Pagan. Nice job with the right hand down on the block.
Yeah, and again, you talk about big people making big people moves, the turn and face, the drop step, and the delivery by Ty Pagan.
Dobreel, drive, kick, Tarhini, baseline, no good. Pagan with the rebound.
London wants to push here.
Three by Byrnes. No good side of the rim. Bauman comes out of the pack. Long up pass, it goes to Durkee. Jump and misses. She was hindered by Pagan. Up the other direction. Bland Fitzpatrick with the left hand, no good. But there's Melendez. She can't make it. It's loose on the floor. Bland Fitzpatrick, and we're going to get a jump ball.
We got a basketball game here now. We got bodies on the floor, a little scrapping down there. It was sloppy on the ends with the missed layups, Casey, but these teams are ready to play now. I like the way that East Lyme is not backing down one bit from New London.
I like what they did a minute ago, putting Bauman in the high post. I like if they get against this 3-2 or the 1-2-2, whatever you look at it. I like going to the high post and running some things out of there with your guard.
Diving a shooter to the corner.
There's a good screen from Tarhini. Bauman attacks. Runner in the lane, no good. That's a good shot, though. Oh, that's a touch foul on Tarhini, and that's going to be her second.
Shaking her head a little bit, frustrated that time. Nadia Tarhini.
Hey, Coach.
6'4" listed in the program.
Coach Sal Fiorillo is doing what I do with my sixth graders. You got to be tall. Just go straight up, hands straight in the air, straight up. Oh, I love it. He is not one to.
Wears it on his sleeve, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. Roman jumper, no good, and a nice box out by Anglin. It's a good position that time from the junior.
My head up all the time is Bauman.
Oh, nice. Oh, Tarhini goes baseline, and we're going to get a backside foul. I think they're going to call that one on. That could be on Pagan. That's going to be her second if it is. It is on Pagan, and that'll be her second. So both Tarhini and Pagan with two.
Tarhini there, the strong move to the rim. Casey can't convert from the floor, but we'll give ourselves 2 free throws here.
Now here's a nice depth advantage that New London has. They're going to slide junior guard Olivia Yard into the game. She's going to get Pagan out of the game, but now you have the luxury, even though, actually she's going to replace Byrnes, so they're going to leave Pagan in with the 2. What I was going to say is to be able to slide
Bland
Melendez,
Fitzpatrick or Melendez, interchangeable parts.
Yeah, you can slide Melendez into the middle, or Roman and Bland Fitzpatrick onto the wing, and you don't lose a lot size-wise, which is a nice, extra little bit to have. Nice job, Dubriel. Jumped the pass, but excellent job. And there's the steal by Dubriel. Very heads up.
Got numbers.
Leading the break. She goes in and scores over the top of Yard.
What a good move that time by Sophie Dubriel. Got numbers on the push and got an easy 2.
Roman out of control, and we're going to get a walk. Turnover, and the Vikings will have it. And the Vikings starting to assert themselves a little bit, pressuring New London. Julia Fenn back into the ball game for East Lyme, and Byrnes back into the ball game, and they'll give Roman a breather.
Normally teams that press and be aggressive, Casey, they don't like to be pressed back in return. So give a little taste of your own medicine.
That's true. Here's what we talked about now. They slide. Byrnes and Dubriel goes right at her. Jump shot no good, and Melendez, quick rebound, dangerous pass, and it was intercepted by Dubriel. Not a good choice by Melendez. Bauman, left-handed, no good, tipped around. Out of the pack, Melendez. Whalers will run.
Showtime here.
Short, but there's Melendez with a rebound. Strong with a left-hand follow. The X factor.
Well, Charles Barkley-esque on the putback. Boy, she is aggressive down low. Doesn't waste any time going to the hole.
Durkee, pull up just inside the foul line, a little bit strong. And Bland Fitzpatrick will run for the Whalers. Turns on the Jets, a little floater is good. They're gonna wave off the basket. No basket, fouls on the floor. But how about the Jets turned on by the freshman?
Yeah, a little kicking speed that time.
They're gonna get Bauman on the foul, but I love those guards that can accelerate and slow down interchangeably like that. So dangerous.
Stop and go. I remember the days, don't you?
I know that I could only go, and then I couldn't stop.
Stop and go.
Or I could stop, and then I could never go again. Long 3, no good. Side rim. One more chance. Pagan up top. Bland Fitzpatrick at the buzzer. Got it! Oh, Maya. Janaya at the buzzer. We got a game. 15-11 Whalers. Come back on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
My favorite thing about Coach Farrell is probably when he pulls his tie and gets very frustrated and goes like this a lot.
He gets up on the sideline and he starts to go. He'll get really excited and he'll start to do a little jump like that.
Let's go! Like this. He goes like that.
Let's go!
He keeps saying, hey, 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 but doesn't really say anything other than that.
My favorite thing about Coach is probably the time he told us he likes going to barber shops because the warm towel that he gets on his neck.
My favorite thing about Coach is when he dyes his hair and it looks blue.
One time, he told us all that anytime somebody on the floor, one of our teammates on the floor goes down, we all have to conjugate to them. We have to go conjugate to them. And we're all looking at him and we're like, you mean like verbs? But we all know that he meant congregate, but he just he told us to go conjugate towards them.
Separated at birth, the sports doctor and Coach Sal Fiorillo. Sports doctor, you've conjugated around other people once or twice in your life.
Yeah, I like that term. Conjugate, that's a good word right there. I like that. Oh, I'd make a heck of a high school basketball coach, you know what?
If it means making up words, then yes.
Yeah, we're
yes,
good,
you would.
yeah. Take it easy on your coach over there, girls.
Coach Ali Mista wants to reverse the ball. She is animated right now herself. Because New London a little too stagnant on the perimeter right now.
Sloppy play for the Whalers. Casey up 4, could be up 14.
Baseline Pagan, but Tarhini got a piece. I love the size of Tarhini. Nadia Tarhini plays even bigger than her frame. Up dangerous, intercepted pass. Here comes Yard. Tipped and now it's loose and Byrnes comes out with it. She swings it. Yard for 3. Short. Gets her own rebound. Blocked by Tarhini. She says, not in my yard.
6'4" in the books, playing like 7'1".
Looking to try to get it inside. There it is. Jumper. Yard is fouled by Dubriel, and she'll shoot 2.
A little unsettled on the offensive end, Casey, is New London. Again, a little sloppy play, a little frenetic pace. How's that for a word? A little helter-skelter. Get some kids to conjugate by the rim and score some easy buckets.
This is the key. I was all well said, sports doctor.
Right,
well said. So Olivia Yard will shoot 2. What the problem is they've got the mandate to get the ball inside to Melendez. She's got a mismatch, because they got Pagan going away from the basket to try to draw Tarhini away from the basket, and they want to use the Melendez mismatch. East Lyme's doing a good job sagging in, and so the way to get the ball in is to swing the ball so that you can get an opening, and New London's not doing that, being very, very stagnant. Oh, Bauman with a nifty move underneath, but can't finish. Pagan tips it away, and it'll be out of bounds off of New London, and we'll see Spencer Roman checking back into the ball game. She will give Olivia Yard a break.
I just think, too, with a younger team, especially in the backcourt, New London doesn't value the basketball each possession like they should be doing. A lot of turnovers, again, some frenetic play, and they don't take care of things very well right now.
Dipsy-do for 2. Sophie Dubriel, acrobatic. And a steal by Bauman. Fenn did a nice job that time. Now Dubriel in the corner, jump shot. No good, weak side rebound, Spencer Roman.
East Lyme gets back very well on D.
Byrnes inside to Blanche Fitzpatrick, and she is fouled. Great look that time from Jaden Byrnes.
Yeah, East Lyme got back very well that time on D, Casey, but nobody stopped the ball. You got to step up, stop the ball. In that case, it gets to the baseline, and Fitzpatrick will find herself at the line for 2. 6 points for Bland Fitzpatrick. She's gone for 20, 3 different times this year?
Yeah, she's a dynamic scorer, but you can see a little bit, in that shot right there, she's freshman.
Yeah.
Sometimes the arms don't go the way you want them to go. But I like that East Lyme hanging around right now. Misses them both. Here comes Dubriel. She can move. Knocked out of bounds. That was blocked by Spencer Roman. I'll tell you, Sophie Dubriel has no fear.
She got a little J.J. Brennan in her. You know what I'm saying? Just take it to the rim, shoot it up. Two-sport athlete. Tough kid.
I just like that she's going right at him. There's no backing away, no fadeaways. She's going right at the guards. Long 3 from Bauman. is no good, and it'll be Whaler basketball. 2-point game here with 5.5 remaining.
East Lyme and New London beat East Haven, third-ranked team in the state.
Yeah, East Haven was ranked third and played 2 ECC teams, and now is going to be out of the top 10. Long shot, Roman, no good. Rebound, Dubriel. Kick out, Bauman, baseline. Nice pass. Jump shot a little strong, but Tarhini with the rebound. Straight away, Dubriel for 3. Oh, in and out. Up ahead, Byrnes, Bland Fitzpatrick. Misses the layup, gets her own rebound. Blocked by Tarhini. And then she throws it away.
Tarhini says, I got 2 fouls, no problem. Take that. Blocks it, sends it back into the back court.
Nadia,
nice job by Nadia Casey, staying out of foul trouble, using her long arms, blocking the shot. Good, smart basketball play.
Yeah, right now, the Whalers are, you can see why they struggled against a good team in South Kingston, because they are, like you said, not valuing the basketball. They're playing a little bit sloppy, and they're missing how many layups are they going to miss?
A handful.
I mean, they've missed probably, yeah, exactly. And East Lyme is a veteran team, you know, and East Lyme's playing great basketball right now. East Hartford and East Haven and back-to-back wins. That's 2 good wins right there. So they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. New London is its own worst enemy, and I think it all starts on the defensive end. All of a sudden, you're seeing East Lyme getting way too many good shots.
The pizza boxes are on display, and talk about that after the game. You and I will be delivering pizzas to the best student section this year. Pepperoni or sausage or cheese or mushroom? Which would you prefer?
You know, I prefer that you pay for them. That's the only thing. The sports doctor is going to use his. You're single.
Always, I mean, I just got $50 from you tonight, so.
Single guy.
Thank you for the pool this weekend too.
We were down in Florida enjoying the luxury of Bay Hill. Yeah, Pagan knocks down a jump shot from the foul line. That's a nice shot right there.
Yeah, first clean look Ty Pagan has had from the foul line extended Casey, and she buried it.
There comes the trap. Dubriel splits it nicely. Patience.
Yeah, if East Lyme could find a way to swing the basketball and beat the double team in the trap, they'd probably have some open looks.
Roman got her hand on it, but East Lyme retains. Bauman into the corner. Durkee, little floater, no good. And Pagan comes up with it.
She's got to go up strong. You can't pull the string on a shot like that. Pagan's got 2 fouls. Take it right to her.
Open look, Roman passes it up. She goes back up top to Byrnes. Whalers with a chance to open it up a little bit. 4-point lead. Inside it goes Melendez. But she's stripped. Nice defense by Julia Fenn. Yeah, Coach Misto wants more defensive intensity. She doesn't like what she's seeing. There's a 3. We're going to get a walk beforehand as Fenn shuffled their feet.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Misto's happy at all with the defensive effort right now. She's, hands up, close out. Where's the trap? I mean, if you're going to play defense, you're going to play defense. You can't do it half-heartedly, and I think that's what Coach Misto's looking for right now.
Yeah, we want to ask, if we talk to her at halftime, I want you to ask her that question specifically. What defensively are you not doing, and do you want to see done more? Kick out, open look, Byrnes, 3, straight away, good! Jaden Byrnes buries the triple, and the Whalers have their biggest lead at 7, and Coach Sal Fiorillo wants a timeout.
Yeah, and again, when you have the ability to knock down a shot from the three-point line like New London does, that's their 4th three-pointer of the night. A couple here by Jaden Byrnes, Casey. It is, things can get out of hand pretty quick.
The Viking looks sad now.
He's all right.
The Viking looks sad. He needs to go and pillage and plunder. That's what Viking. He needs to maraud.
Pillage?
Yeah, that's a Viking.
All right. There's a warrior right there, Coach Holly Misto.
I'll tell you, she is. Speaking of the.
There's another.
Byrnes,
there's another. Jeez,
Johnny
London
Byrnes, football coach Johnny Byrnes.
All right, New London. What does it mean to be a Whaler? We'll find out at halftime, I think, right?
Right now, yes, we will. We have great halftime guests today. All you have to do to be a halftime guest today is to be tall, handsome, and brilliant. Fortunately, 2 of the 3 people in the interview are that. You'll be
I'll be the smallest guy in the interview. I'm looking forward to this, though.
Yes, we'll have
Hunter and Major Roman.
Yeah.
Major's one of my all-time favorites on game day.
Mine as well.
They play football at Yale, you know.
I think he's one of everybody's favorites. I mean, that's a great family. Their father Juan here in attendance tonight as well. Watching daughter Spencer on the floor.
I'll be the guy on the little step ladder over there at halftime.
Yeah,
I'll need it.
Welcome to my world, sports.
Yeah, I'll need it. All right, big juncture here for the Vikings, Casey. 3.5 minutes to go before halftime. Got to try and find a way to crack this pressure and get some easy buckets.
Bauman trapped in trouble.
Nice job by Bland Fitzpatrick closing out on D.
Oh, nice jump out by Melendez that time.
They'll help.
And there comes a steal. Bland Fitzpatrick, she goes in. Layup is good. I'll tell you, she is dangerous defensively.
Yeah, they will help on defense, and they will jump in the passing lane again, creating easy opportunities. They'll switch off on D. They'll help each other out. They'll communicate. The intensity's been picked up after that timeout by London on the defensive end. 7-0 run for the Whalers.
Oh, blocked from behind by Bland Fitzpatrick. Dubriel had a step. And Amelia Anglin will check back into the ball game, and she'll give Julia Fenn a breather.
Yeah, this game was 15-13, and you made the comment that East Lyme was kind of hanging around. Next thing you know, you're down by 7.
Oh, but there's a beautiful look from Dubriel to Anglin on the inbound, and the Whalers were napping. Pagan to a cutting Roman, blocked by Tarhini. Back up top, Byrnes. Roman, jumper. No good. Rebound, Pagan with the follow and the finish.
The loose change that time by Ty Pagan. Played both these girls have played very well with 2 fouls on them, Casey. Pagan and Tarhini. Staying out of that 3rd foul.
A little pick and roll action, and the pass was over the top for Anglin, and it'll be a turnover. Had the right idea. You see a little frustration on the face of some of the Vikings right now. A little confusion for the Whalers. Nice look inside Melendez. Spin. Blocked by Tarhini. Bauman wants the
extra pass there to Dubriel.
Instead, Bauman goes all the way herself but can't finish. How'd that one not go down? Bland Fitzpatrick, nice look to Melendez, and she'll draw the foul. Great look from Bland Fitzpatrick. She found the X underneath, and Exaria Melendez will shoot 2.
And Sophie Dubriel says, I got all ball. I got all ball. I wasn't no foul. Look at how many times you see that in your 6th grade travel team.
They've never committed a foul ever.
No.
Except for the junior voice of game day, because when he fouls people,
they go down.
Oh yeah, you know he fouled them, and he'll raise his hand. He gave me the other day. He hammered a kid, goes down, gets the foul, turns, and goes, my bad, coach.
Yeah.
I said, of course it's your bad. Nobody else fouled the kid. You fouled the kid. You went down. You're lucky to get charged with assault.
Well, you sound like your father now. Of course it's your bad.
Not the first time. Biggest lead of the game for the Whalers at 9. East Lyme really needs a basket here. Stave this off heading into halftime. There's a steal by Roman. Pushing into Deja Uzzle, who's just into the ball game for New London. Uzzle, a senior. Little baseline jumper. Bland Fitzpatrick, no good. There's a rebound underneath. Put back, no good. But Uzzle, the veteran, the senior, will go to the line. You know, Deja Uzzle is sort of a forgotten person. When you look at the seniors on this team, you see Spencer Roman, you see Pagan, you see Melendez. It feels like they've been here for 5 years.
Yeah.
But
and
Uzzle
seems like she's been waiting her turn for 5 years, too. I mean, Rosie Nicholson last year, and, Jada a couple years before that, and, but she's hung in there.
But she's this is the kind of veteran you get that's going to allow the freshman and the sophomore to play. And Holly Misto knows that when in doubt, she can go to this veteran and get good minutes. That's a nice luxury to have. We're going to have a lane violation against Melendez, but the Whalers have a 10-point lead, their biggest lead of the game. East Lyme needs a basket here. Cut into this 10-point lead as we're now under a minute to go here in the first half. Dubriel. And she's going to get fouled on the perimeter by Byrnes.
Reminder, folks,
I see Tarhini working hard down there in the block, calling for the ball. Good matchup there with Melendez.
Yeah, the size of Melendez.
Size and the strength.
Yeah, and the height and the skill of Tarhini. It's a good matchup. Right back in the corner for Dubriel. Nice job by Melendez getting out on her. They have got her trapped.
Tough
Picked
place
off
to get
by
trapped.
Uzzle. Smart decision by Uzzle. Melendez swings Roman. Spin move. No foul. Blocked by Tarhini. Bauman, oh, nifty. Drives, left hand, no good, but she'll draw the foul. And Bauman will get to the line. I'll tell you, she is slippery getting to the basket.
Yeah, that's a good move, too. I mean, Casey, she goes to the rim strong. She uses her body to shield the defender, puts the ball on her left hip, tries to go up to the left hand, and she gets 2 free throws for it. That's a smart basketball player right there. Good, strong move to the cup. And you can tell she's been a little frustrated here in the first half.
Desiree Johnson into the ball game. She'll replace Roman.
Keep working, keep chipping, keep running at them.
Looks like next year New London's going to have guards galore. A lot of young guards here in New London.
Their boys team too, loaded.
Now, next year they're going to have bigs though. That's going to be New London's going to be interesting the next couple of years. Both teams should continue to be good. Whalers are going to hold for the last shot. 9-point lead. Byrnes and Bland Fitzpatrick. We're playing a little two-person game, passing back and forth. They're going to start going now as they're under 10. High screen from Melendez. Bland Fitzpatrick looking for it. 3 seconds. 2. She's going to have to launch. Long 3. Short. No good. Not the shot that Coach Holly Misto wanted here. We are at halftime with a 9-point New London lead. And Coach Holly Misto will be with our sports doctor Keith O'Brien, and he'll get a chance to talk to her for a moment about her thoughts here on the first half. Sports doctor, whenever you're ready.
Coach Misto, up by 9. What worked in the first half?
You know, I thought we rebounded pretty well. Running the floor, pushing the offense. When we do get the rebound, you can't run if you can't rebound. So we're working on that, and we're playing pretty good defense. A little foul trouble, but we're all right.
How do you clean up some of that sloppy play in your offensive end?
Crisper passes, taking advantage, taking what the defense gives you. We're not usually jack that many threes, but so we got to just clean it up, work the ball a little bit better.
Good luck in the second half, Coach. Casey, New London just needs to clean things up a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, they do, sports doctor, but to be that sloppy and still have a 9-point lead bodes very well for the New London High School Whalers. We'll see what East Lyme and Coach Sal Fiorillo can come up with as we head into the second half. Well, one of our favorite features here on game day is finding out a little bit about the talents and backstories of some of our players. So let's find out what we've got with some of our hidden players. We'll take you on the other side. You're watching Game Day Live on theday.com.
I don't just play basketball. I play a lot of sports like volleyball, lacrosse, field hockey, and I could do track, but I like lacrosse a little bit better. But I also do play the tuba. I chose to pick the tuba out of all the instruments because, one, I wanted to be that different person, and the tuba had the biggest mouthpiece, so it wasn't a challenge to like blow into it too much. And because there's only 3 keys, it was pretty quick to pick up and learn.
My hidden talent is that I play the trombone. I did Eastern Regionals for the past 3 years.
I love to draw. When I was 7 years old, I had draw a canvas, and it was like waterfalls and all of that, and I just love drawing. Like when I get upset sometimes, I just go draw.
My hidden talent basically is photography, and I like to take pictures, sports pictures, and also pictures of nature.
I'm pretty good at writing. I tend to write on my free time, poems, anything that may reflect how I'm feeling at the time. It can be good, it can be bad.
I'm pretty good at ice skating.
I can pull my tongue like that.
I am a great hula hooper.
I can juggle basketballs, it's the biggest thing. I can't really do pins because that's too much.
My hidden talent is probably ping pong. I play a lot with my family and my sisters, and I think I'm the best in the family.
I would say my hidden talent is dancing. You could find me dancing at any time. I like to keep the best moves for like the big moments.
I like to dance. I just love dancing. I really like to dance and I like to sing a little bit.
Some people think that I can sing, but I don't know. Based off of my opinion, I don't think I can sing, but.
Let's see. I could cook.
I can make eggs lots of different ways. I can make them over easy. I don't like them over easy, but I make them for my sister.
I said like breakfast, pancakes, eggs, bacon.
Omelets, I can do with the egg whites and without breaking the yolk. And scramble is the best with cheese and
grits. Yes, that's my favorite, you know.
Talented group of Whalers and Vikings, and talented group of youngsters on the floor right now. East Lyme getting a chance to play at halftime. Underneath it goes in a nice basket. And I recognize a couple of players out there. We've got a Delaney, we've got a Newton out there. Some good talented kids out there. But speaking of talented kids, doesn't get any better than tall, handsome, and brilliant. The sports doctor's got two of them. Who you got?
Well, I'm used to being the tallest during these halftime interviews, but today I got a special group of brothers here, Hunter and Major Roman, both playing football now at Yale. Mage, you're a sophomore now?
Yes, time is just really flying, and I swear the college years go by quicker too. But it's nice. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, what's it like when your younger brother comes onto campus and you've already been there for a couple years?
He was cooler than me as soon as he stepped on campus. After a semester, people coming up to me saying, "Oh, you're Major's brother." I was like, "Oh, okay." So he was a big deal as soon as he got here.
All right. So the experience of playing football at Yale, one of the big differences that you've seen adjusted from the high school to the college game.
Just the amount of time you put into it. You're there, and the meetings alone, like you're watching film, you're studying the playbook. So just the time alone going into it, and it really advances your play.
Now, Hunter, how much fun are the games, though? The actual game days, these Saturdays. You know, you guys had a chance this year to play at Fenway Park versus Harvard. Talk about that whole experience.
Well, this year it was my last year of football, and every game it was amazing to just go out there and just relish in the moments that I've had ever since youth league up until now, and to be able to finish my career at Fenway, that was an amazing experience. Obviously, Fenway is one of the most historic places we have in this nation, and seeing a game there is awesome. And being able to be on the field there and having people watch me play, that was a great time.
Yeah. Now your dad has transitioned from coach into super fan. Do you see a difference in your father, him barking at you in the sidelines versus barking at you from the stands?
Yeah, it's a little different. I know he's really enjoying it. Just being able to come out here, see my brother's last season, and just really enjoy it and just be a fan, like you said. I know he's really enjoying it, and I think he misses coaching too. But it's good having him around.
Now, one more left in high school with Spencer out there. Talk about what kind of a competitor your sister is.
Our sister's always been the most competitive out of the three of us. Obviously, we got a competitive family, but even playing board games growing up, she's always the one like trying to pull a fast one, trying to do something. So she's got a heart of a lion.
Yeah, just all three of you guys together probably spurning each other on a little bit.
Yes, I mean she's the hardest worker, I can honestly say, and I just know that she puts her all into everything, and it's amazing to come here, see her out here on the court doing her thing too. So we love her so much, and we're very happy for her.
All right, now listen, Southeastern Connecticut misses you. You're one of game day's favorites. It's nice to see you come back. Are you having a lot of fun in college?
Oh yeah, college is a lot of fun, but I mean, it's so nice to come back, see the young guys I used to play with. The ECC always has good talent, so it's nice to see what's going on back home.
Oh, he's checking in right now at about 235, Casey, but he looks more like 265 standing next to me. Guys, Happy New Year, continued success at Yale.
Thank you.
And there is the proud father, former New London football coach Juan Roman, one of the great community leaders that you'll ever meet, puts his money where his mouth is, long-time worker for the state in the community, and now his children are role models themselves. Brilliant family, and we have created a lot of memories with them on game day. Speaking of memories, let's find out a little bit more from some of our players.
My first early memory of basketball would be going to my brother's rec practices, and I used to run around the gym and pick up the balls, and I just want to be just like them, so that's what got me to play.
Probably when I won my first tip when I was 9 years old. I felt really big and powerful when I won my first jump ball.
So like 5th grade, and I made my first hook shot.
I think I was 9 and I made my first 3-pointer in the game.
When I was 9, my first time ever playing basketball,
I shot the ball off top of the backboard, and I'm surprised it went in and it counted it.
My favorite basketball memory was in the 8th grade. Our travel team played against the same team 2 times in one day for 2 different championships.
Well, when I was little playing rec, it was like 53 tied game. So my dad had trusted me to just shoot the ball out of nowhere. So having to shoot that game-winning 3-point and make it was a really big memory for me.
We had a rec game, and I scored the buzzer-beating shot.
Winning our rec championship, and I made the 3-pointer to win the game.
I remember winning the, actually making the basket for the winning championship for my travel team back in 7th grade.
My favorite basketball memory would have to be my 8th grade travel team with Mike Catanzaro. He was one of my favorite coaches, and he really pushed me to keep playing and to try my best and put my best foot forward.
My favorite basketball memory was when I was 10 and I was in like an all-boys type basketball team, and when I got the ball, everyone was yelling at me. They did not want me getting the ball because I was a girl. So what I proved that you could be a girl and still be able to play ball, because that's really who I was. I showed them what I can do.
My favorite basketball memory was when we beat the number 2 team, Holy Cross.
Going into the game, we weren't really sure how it was going to go, and I feel like that game we all came together and worked as a team. That was probably our best game we played all season.
Speaking of great memories, another game day favorite, Gio Lopez, graduated New London High School football and basketball player, and watching him chase Mikey Bassetto around for 4 quarters at the John T. Conway Gymnasium was one of the great game day moments as he and the Whalers pulled the upset at home. He, of course, looking to play college football, has an all-state selection in his senior year at New London. Well, we are only seconds away from the second half, and we'll bring the sports doctor back in. I could have told you, I could listen to you talk to those 2 guys all night long.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, here's the thing too: is you ask them a question about their dad and stuff like that. Is there a more high character guy out there than Juan Roman? I mean, I didn't want to ask him where Katie was going to school, because she's still applying for different schools and stuff like that. But Yale's an option. Here's Juan right there. He's the best. I ran to him at the gym the other day. I talked to him for a few minutes, and what a well-guided group of kids. Just tremendous.
I said that earlier on the air. I said, he and his wife have been pillars of the community forever.
Yeah.
He's put his money where his mouth is. He lived in the city that he grew up in, worked in the city, gave back to the kids, and now his children are absolute mirrors of them. And look at how great they've turned out. They should be very proud.
And I joked around with Hunter too, off camera, so off the record. I asked him about possibility of going into the NFL, and he said, "No, that's Mage. That's Mage."
Wow.
So keep an eye on Mage.
Nice weak side rebound. Tarhini now kicks it back out. Bauman, and an intercepted pass there by Roman.
There you go, the most competitive out of the 3 Romans right there.
Nice look inside Melendez. She was out of bounds off the tip. So Coach Misto seemed to be okay with the defense in the first half.
I was kind of shocked by that. I didn't want to press her on it. She seemed like it was all right. I think after that timeout, they kind of turned the screws up a little bit, and again went on that 7-0 run and kind of took control of the game right there.
East Lyme needs to get an early basket here, and there's Dubriel, nifty.
7 points for Sophie. Check that, 9 points.
Pagan, she loves that little jumper just inside the foul line. In and out, and Bauman comes down with it. I'll tell you, Dubriel is athletic, and man, can she score around the basket.
Again, you talked about being fearless. Take it in, doesn't matter.
A nice steal by Melendez in the quick outlet. Whalers with numbers. Inside it goes to Pagan, and she is going to draw the foul on Tarhini, and that's a quick third on Nadia Tarhini.
Tarhini was in position that time and just got a little bump in the body that time from Nadia. It's a tough place to pick up your 3rd foul. Let me ask you this. Do you think Coach Misto will take some of the miscues and the errors and the unforced turnovers due to her, kind of inexperienced guard play? Do you think she has to accept that?
I think it comes with the youth and the inexperience. I don't think that's where she needs to be upset. I think she needs to be more upset at the missed layups from Melendez, the missed layups from Pagan, some of the bad choices that Roman made. I think she says, listen, guys, I have a sophomore and a freshman. They're going to make mistakes. You need to.
You want your seniors to make plays.
That's right. That's right. You guys need to pick that up. Maybe in another half a year, when they enter tournament time, they're not freshmen and any sophomore anymore.
I see Roman just harassing Bauman. Great defense.
Byrnes to the basket, draws the foul. Basket is good.
Talk about the turnover on one end, get out and run on the other. Just a great job that time by Roman, and then Byrnes on the finish. Talk about another one with a nose for the basket around the rim. Jaden Byrnes.
Drew the foul on Julia Fenn, went strong to the basket.
It's the body control, Casey, on your way up where you shield the defender off with your body and then put it up with the right and a little baby hook and the kiss. Those are basketball moves.
Melendez is so quick to the basketball off the block like that. Got a hand on that. You see the Whalers are going to put a little full court pressure on here.
Fitzpatrick with the long arms.
And there's the hands by Byrnes. I love
cranking it up. I'm sorry, Casey. Cranking it up on a defensive end.
I love what Bauman does, though. She pushes you and pushes you and pushes you. All the way to the basket. Kick. Swing. But the Whalers reset. Nice job, though, by the Whalers getting back defensively. Oh, stop. Pop. And the basket. Sophie doing a little of it all tonight.
Double figures tonight, up to 11 points for number 2. And then making a steal on the other end.
Pulls up. Needs some help there. Gets it from Bauman. Bauman wants so badly to get to the basket. It's a good matchup there with Spencer Roman.
Trying to get the high ball screen here.
Dubriel, long three. Oh, the house would have come down if she could have knocked that one down. Quickly up ahead, the Whalers looking to run. Now they'll reset.
A double dribble call there. Scotty Banks on the call.
Vikings got it to 7 here. They need a basket. Get it cut, chip away, chip away. There's no 10-point shots in basketball. You got to get a little bit at a time. Oh, Dubriel was a little too sloppy with the ball. Byrnes comes the other way, all the way to the basket. No good. Loose ball, no good. Pagan one more time. And Ty puts it back in.
3 for $1 for Ty Pagan that time. Boy, Byrnes is active though, huh? The quick hands on one end, the breakaway on the other.
Bauman drives. Floater is good. Megan Bauman can score. Bland Fitzpatrick for 3. No good. Back iron. Pagan. Rebound. Goes up strong. No good. The Vikings will push. Dubriel.
Swing the ball here. Find the open shooter in the corner.
Oh, nice hands by Melendez. Bland Fitzpatrick one-on-one with Bauman. Misses it, but there's Spencer Roman for the left-handed follow.
East Lyme's got to find a way to reverse the ball here, get the ball in the corner, hit the 3.
There's the ability of Byrnes and Bland Fitzpatrick to be able to switch. They can switch all the guard play, which is really helpful. Tarhini loses it on the baseline. She wants a foul, but Melendez is just impossible to get around.
Yeah, it's a tough place for your 6'4" player to be handling the ball up on a 3-point line like that too.
They're going to send Desiree Johnson back in the game. They want her to D up Dubriel. Melendez wants the ball desperately. Instead, Spencer Roman, a little baseline jumper, short. Ball loose on the floor. A nice clear by the Vikings. But Bland Fitzpatrick with the good hands and the steal. Whalers will get a new opportunity. Spencer Roman for 3, short. Pagan came out of the top with it. Now back up to Byrnes.
Third chance scoring opportunity here for the Whalers, Casey. Talk about hitting the glass, owning the boards, second chance scoring opportunities.
Oh, nice look underneath from Roman to Pagan.
Too easy that time. Caught Tarhini napping, and a quick timeout here for East Lyme as the lead goes to 11, just like that. East Lyme going to talk things over, settle things down a little bit, some sloppy play, leading to some easy buckets for the Whalers.
Yeah, there's just too many opportunities for them, second and third chances. I thought Roman took two perhaps overly aggressive shots, and they got loose ball rebounds. And they're talking about Pagan getting there. So Viking Valley right now trying to get it back here.
NFA 41-25 over New London right now. Out of town scoreboard, middle of the third.
That's Mason Jackson and Nick Hay.
Hey.
Very good. We talked about them being an underrated team. They've played well so far this year. And New London,
Young.
Get them now.
Young, get them now.
Get 'em now.
You and I went to that game against Waterford. You like that team.
You're
going to like that team.
Well, here's the thing. Right now, they are young, talented, but not very good. The key, and I talked to Coach Parker about this, he says, I don't want to talk about the future. I want them to learn to be good this year.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to just, if you keep talking about being, when that you're going to be good in the future, then sometimes, he goes, you can get to be old, talented, and not very good.
Right.
He's like, I want them to learn how to be good now. And there's certainly a lot of talent there.
It's that whole thing, if you're talking about potential in your 10th year in the league, you're just not cutting it.
That's right.
Like Derek Coleman's got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of potential.
Bauman picks up the dribble. Nice there. You're going to give a little isolation with Dubriel and Roman. And Roman picks Durkee's pocket. Strong to the basket. Pump fake. Nice job, though, by Katie Durkee to get her hands on it, but it'll stay Whaler basketball.
Yeah, Durkee with the block that time. That time Spencer Roman showed her the ball a little too much. Going up for the layup, Casey, and Durkee took advantage of it. Good hands team on defense that time.
Up top, it's going to go. Whalers will reset now.
I will say this, East Lyme has done a very good job as far as keeping Melendez in check down on the baseline.
Oh, Spencer Roman, but underneath Melendez.
On cue.
X gets the loose ball, gets fouled, and goes to the line. But Spencer Roman is shaking her head because she has been ice cold from the perimeter. And she just shaking her head going, one of these will go down.
You go one of two ways with the frustration out there on the offensive end. You can kind of pack it in a little bit and just kind of watch, or you can go out and create your own scoring opportunities, which Melendez does right there. Keep working, keep chipping, get yourself a layup, get yourself involved, go to the free throw line.
Well, she averages, over 10 rebounds a game, and I think probably half of those are things like that, the scrap.
Oh, the foul called that time on Roman.
She doesn't like that one.
I don't think Coach Misto cared for it too much either, or Dad, or
no, Dad didn't
brothers,
like it either.
And
I think Dad was yelling. Telling her to stop showing her emotions on the floor, though. He wasn't yelling at the refs. He was yelling at her. Don't show, hey, stoic face. Dubriel drives to the basket now. East Lyme will swing. Bauman. Oh, nice move by Durkee to go baseline, but can't finish, and a rebound from Bacan.
The bigs up front for New London starting to take this game over, protect the rim, not giving any clean looks in the paint.
There's Pagan. Drives to the basket. Little runner in the lane, no good. There's Melendez. Cleans up the rebound, no foul.
Stagnant on the offensive end here for East Lyme.
Bauman buries the three, and a timeout. East Lyme.
On cue. Stagnant on the offensive end. Step back and hit one from the parking lot. Megan Bauman.
Yeah, Bauman just buried that one. And on the other side of things, Coach Misto is saying again, we have this size advantage. We're not taking advantage of it. They did a nice job. Got it to Pagan at that spot she likes, just inside the foul line. She gets to the basket. She can't make it. Melendez rebounds. She can't make it. I mean, just too many opportunities around the basket.
Conjugating around the head coach right there.
He's conjugating.
Listening in, yeah.
He's conjugating all right
yeah.
now. The problem,
He's an emotional guy, isn't he?
someone needs to have Coach
Look at the
Fiorillo.
pizza boxes. They want the pizzas. Is there pizza in that box right now? Because if so, I want a slice. How's that?
No, we're the ones bringing the pizza.
Oh, I know. I just want a slice. I mean, again, pepperoni, cheese, no mushrooms, and no anchovies.
That's because you're.
You got that?
No, that's because you're a coward. You're a pizza coward. There's no anchovies. Bland, Fitzpatrick, a little trapped that time. Vikings, they cause a turnover. Under a minute to go, a little run here by the Vikings.
Well, maybe East Lyme's got to sell out on the defensive end to get back into things a little bit.
Tarhini in the high post. Nice job, Melendez. Three-pointer from Durkee. Good! Katie Durkee drops the three.
Well, back-to-back three-pointers. 6-0 run here for the Vikings.
Oh, there's a cutting Roman. Can't make it. Rebound no good, and a foul. Foul's going to be on Englund, as both she and Tarhini were down low. Spencer Roman was working.
Spencer Roman on the line for 2.
Backyard games, Spencer or two brothers. Father's the referee. It's a very interesting question I had too with Major. How has his dad adjusted from being coach to father? His father's his head coaches last year at New London.
Yeah.
Now he's in the stands.
You hear? What line I heard? He misses coaching. That's what I heard.
He misses coaching. Okay. That's a word in the street in Whalerville?
I was going to say, if there's anyone out there, he misses coaching. It's only going to be a couple more years, Then he'll be watching Spencer wherever she is.
Coach is coach. That's what they do.
Bauman, floater, no good. Whalers looking to run. Up ahead. Roman puts it to the floor. Layup is good. So quick.
Boy, get out and run. Coach Holly Misto talked about that. Let's get some easy buckets, and right there you see it converted. And a quick hands on D. And here we go, showtime.
Can't get one off at the buzzer, but the Whalers have opened up that 9-point lead again. We're at the end of 3. Fourth quarter action on the other side. You're watching Game Day Live, day.com.
Being a Whaler means that you have a name across your chest and you eat, breathe, and sleep for it. And you love your town, your community so much that you'll do anything to make them proud.
The idea of family comes to mind. Like, this is such a close, tight group.
The whole town is like a family, so whatever you do, they're gonna come out support you.
Our community especially, they've been by our side every step of the way, a win, a loss.
My favorite part is the home games because you see everybody come out support you.
It's an undescribable feeling, and honestly, anybody who's not a Whaler wants to be a Whaler, and everybody who is loves it.
Game Day is a production of the Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a print or digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe.
So Casey's watching that piece about what it means to be a Whaler with a grin on his face and, just kind of, hearing, just wearing the pride on your shoulder. What does it mean to be a Whaler?
I mean, the girls said it best. They said it's, the whole town's a community, family. The energy and excitement of being a Whaler and, the expectations that come along with it. And I think they said it really, really well. And speaking of Whalers, perhaps one of the next great ones just bucketed a left-hander. Janiyah Bland Fitzpatrick gives the Whalers an 11-point lead, but then she and Tarhini collided, and they're both down on the floor. Tarhini's up. She seems to be no worse for wear, a little banged up there, but Bland Fitzpatrick is being attended to by Coach Holly Misto. She seems to be okay. It looks like she rolled the ankle.
You've all done that a time or two in our playing days. Roll the ankle and kind of shake it off a little bit. Hurts when it happens.
Trainer's doing the test, rolling it either way, putting pressure on it, make sure there's nothing to it. I think she's going to be all right. She gets up and
stinger when it happens, though. It's that initial ouch.
Yeah.
A little bit of a sting.
Yeah, you can have you can roll your ankles and it can last forever, or you can roll your ankles and be okay. It's such a strange injury, but so Tarhini's going to come off the floor, as is Bland Fitzpatrick. But final note on that segment about what it means to be a Whaler. I mean, we joke a lot here on game day, or at least you do.
I joke all the time, yeah.
About my loyalty to the Whalers. I just want to say that I think if we asked that question to a lot of these kids from other schools, we asked Waterford kids what it meant to be a Lancer,
right?
What Vikings, means to be a Viking. I think you would get a lot of similar answers. As Dubriel misses a 3 the other way, but I just think it shows the amount of pride that these kids have in their schools, and certainly I concur with the Whaler girls on what it means to be a Whaler.
You're a Colchester guy now, though.
I live in Colchester. I will always be a Whaler. Let me put it this way. If someday the junior voice of game day takes the mound against New London, if he takes the mound against New London, I will be rooting for him to throw a perfect game right up till the moment that they take him out and Whalers win an extra innings.
It's fair enough. It's fair enough. Fair enough.
Although
that's one of the things I like about you. You're very passionate about that time of your life. In your high school career. And
nice job. Landon Fitzpatrick picks the pass off, and then there's the perfect quintessential freshman.
Yeah, a little mistake that time. Yeah.
The athleticism, picks up the court presence, picks off the pass, and then dribbles it off her own foot.
Right.
Oh, there's a nice move. Bauman pulls up in Pagan's face, but that was disturbed. Weak side rebound by Uzzle, and a foul on Bauman as she tried to sneak in and pick Byrnes' pocket.
I think Byrnes has played a good ball game here tonight for the Whalers. Casey, she's done a little bit of everything. Leads the team in scoring. She's just playing a good all-around basketball game.
Tarhini went to the locker room to have further evaluation done there, so we'll keep our eyes open for what's going on with her.
It'd be safe to say that Bill Scarlotta misses Byrnes this year.
She does, yeah, he does. Matter of fact, he said so. Bland Fitzpatrick drives, finds Pagan on a beautiful pass. Nice dish from the freshman to the senior.
Yeah, a little give and go, the delivery at the rim. Catch it high, shoot it high, Ty Pagan.
Durkee pulls up, back iron. Now Coach Misto says,
slow it down. I'm ready to yell showtime, and she says, slow it down.
She's not in this for our broadcast. She wants the win. Melendez, beautiful spin, but misses the bunny. Oh, but what a heady play. Deja Uzzle picks the ball up, feeds Pagan, and the Whalers have their biggest lead of the game. It's 15.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that. Some easy scoring opportunities at the rim. Layups, turnovers. London has cranked up the defense here in the second half.
Looking for anything right now. Dubriel, baseline. Up top, Bauman for 3, straight away. No good, and Pagan with another rebound.
Boy, she can go up and get it too, huh?
We saw her as a freshman. We wondered what she would be like compared to her sister, the great Whaler, India Pagan. As you see, Uzzle uncontested for the layup.
Different but the same, no? Different but the same.
Different body types. Her sister was broader, a little bit sturdier, but Ty very, very skilled, and she's really keyed this 12-0 run by the Whalers. Dubriel with another wild shot at the rim.
And one and done for the Vikings on the offensive end. Holly Misto saying slow things down a little bit, and there's a travel right there.
We're going to get a timeout New London, it looks like. Coach Misto wants a 30-second timeout.
This past week, the ECC has come to an agreement with the Mohegan Sun to have the championship game played at the big arena, on the big stage. Any thoughts?
I have mixed emotions. On one hand, selfishly, very excited to broadcast a game from Mohegan.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm happy for the kids that are in the finals because it will be a unique experience for them. That being said, I like the intimacy of playing it at our own arenas. I worry about it losing its luster. I worry about playing eventually, with 300 people instead of 3,000 people in what will be like playing in the Grand Canyon. And I do have, questions about, do we want to put our regular season conference championships in a casino when we have the state championships there already? Does it take away from the experience of going to the state championship? So it's a mixed bag. I have a mixed reaction.
The Mohegan Sun has always been the holy grail of high school basketball at the end of the season. That's the place you want to go to. That's your mecca. I like the fact, first of all, if more people can watch the game, and I don't want to hear your response, well, just get to the gym earlier if you didn't get in, because 1,000 people didn't get in last year. But we had a lot of eyes on our championship game last year. So if more people, the one thing I'll say about this too is, there's no doubt in my mind the Mohegan Sun will do it correctly. They'll do it first class, and they're going to give away the awards and the ceremonies and everything. So I do like that. I am like you though, where I just want to wait and see how it goes the first year.
And I don't have a problem that we turned 1,000 people away. I think that adds to the mystique of some of these games. The idea that there was 1,000 people waiting to get into that classic game, I think adds to the luster, the way that a snowstorm adds to the luster. I think it's something special. But, I'll reserve judgment as well. Tarhini, who's back into the game for East Lyme, kicked it back out. East Lyme, long three, in and out, and in and out, and batted around, and Roman comes out of the pack.
Yeah, New London's owned the glass here in the second half.
Hard to believe it's 19 right now.
Yeah. Ho-hum, 19.
Bland Fitzpatrick, no good. Loose ball. Bauman, an Uzzle battling, and now Dubriel comes out with it. Dubriel, no good, no call. And Dubriel is slow to get up. She's hurting. Oh, nice pass. Roman knocks down the layup, but Sophie Dubriel is a little bit banged up right now. She has played a very high energy game. I don't think she's come out of the game. .21 lead for New London, just like that.
Yep. Whalers flexing a lot of muscle here in the second half, Casey. Good defense. One and done on a defensive end, hitting the glass and getting out and running.
To be clear, this is an East Lyme team that won 4 straight games, beat East Hartford, beat East Haven. This is a good team. They just won a holiday tournament. This is a good team, and New London's up 21, and I think New London would say, we didn't play very well.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And you got to think New London's a little ticked off because they lost on Wednesday night, too. East Lyme has been held scoreless for this fourth quarter.
That's remarkable. That's remarkable. And I think New London would say we haven't played well. That's the crazy part. There's a lot left in the tank. Dubriel straight away 3. Good.
Take that, sports doctor.
The real
I'll show
deal.
you how we score.
That's right. Melendez in the lane answers with a 2 of her own.
Over the last few years, New London has been the benchmark of the ECC, Casey, and one of the better teams around the state in the last 6 or 7 years. And you go back to maybe before that time, NFA seemed to have a stranglehold, on the league. Outside of Bacon Academy, Dave Shays won some ball games there as well. But New London was that up-and-comer. Carrie Ann Dugan won a state championship. Holly Misto came in. They didn't miss a beat. So, who is that next up-and-coming program right now that's going to kind of take the mantle from New London? Will it be East Lyme? I know NFA's got some good young kids, good young players. You always ask yourself that. Bacon's not bad this year either.
No, Bacon's good. In Colchester, the girls basketball program, Bacon Academy, sort of the unknown team. They've been good for a while. I remember when New London won a state championship but still hadn't beaten NFA.
Yeah.
And I said in the preseason that any team that has Miranda Arruda on it is going to be a tough
Yeah,
out.
7-1, yeah.
Stonington's been very, very good. But in this year, no one. It's New London and everybody else. There's going to be. The question is, who's the next best team? Oh, a long 3. The real deal. Sophie Dubriel.
I thought she was hurt. Limping around, knocking down a couple triples.
Inside to Melendez, outside, Byrnes. A little look inside. Melendez, man, she can't get it to go down, gets her own rebound. Hot potato right now. Zip pass. Oh, what a beautiful look from Roman to Bland Fitzpatrick.
And the no-look shot, the left-handed scoop from Bland Fitzpatrick.
But finishing this, I don't know who the next team is going to be. Who the next program is going to be. Based on what I'm seeing right now, it's going to be New London.
It's going to be New London. You got some youth is being served out there, sprinkled in with some senior leadership.
I mean, I see, Jaden Byrnes coming back next year. I see Olivia Yard and Desiree Johnson and Janiyah Bland Fitzpatrick. They're going to be miserable for some teams again next year. They're going to have to replace the size, but they're going to be miserable as the Whaler bench will come into the game, and we'll see Natalia Williams into the ball game, and we'll see Anaya Vega into the ball game. Yard back into the game as the seniors and the freshmen and the sophomores come off the floor but I think, there's no reason to think New London's taking a step back.
Yeah.
But, who's going to be next? This is a senior group in East Lyme, but they'll get Tarhini back next year leading that group. It will be interesting to see who that team is.
John Shea is on the bench now with his father over at Bacon.
Yep, the Shays.
Dave Shays won 300 games on both sides, right? Boys and girls, and a state championship on both sides. Think about that.
That's pretty remarkable.
He's got over 700 wins as a head coach, I do believe.
That's remarkable. It's remarkable.
Won a state championship with his son. I'm sorry, Casey.
Shot Parker heading towards his 500th win.
40 wins away.
You got Bobby Aramoni at Plainfield already there. So there's a lot of wins floating around in the conference right now. Under a minute remaining here. Uzzle in the lane. Nice tough shot, Deja Uzzle.
Talked about the senior coming off the bench and just kind of taking things over and holding down the fort a little bit.
And there's a steal the other direction by Uzzle. Left-handed layup is good.
Wants to earn more playing time, coach. Get me on the floor. I can make it happen.
Outside it goes Cameron Price in the ball game for East Lyme. Under 20 seconds remaining. Anglin, inside it goes. Nice up and under by Brianna Amend, but it's no good. And the Whalers will walk it out with a 25-point victory tonight. Hard to believe, a 25-point victory here at East Lyme High School. The East Lyme Viking girls, winners of 4 straight games, will see that 4-game winning streak come to an end, and the New London High School Whalers, fresh off of a loss in South Kingston, have started the first of what might be another long winning streak by them. They win the game 59-34, and the sports doctor, as always, will have our winning coach. We'll let him set up with Coach Holly Misto. Thank you very much, girls. Viking Valley brought it again tonight. They had the blackout and the pizza boxes. We were happy about that. Sports doctor will be down on the sidelines. He'll have Coach Holly Misto and one of the Whalers, or more, maybe more. There we go.
Well, Coach Misto, big win here tonight. League game on the road. How important was it for you guys to come out here with a victory?
That's a big win for us because coming off how badly we played the other night, much better. Everybody played great. This one here stepped it up. This is what I've been looking for tonight from her. And everybody, the defense was back, and it's great.
Yeah, the second half, you guys seem to turn things up a little bit.
Yeah, a little maturity in our backcourt tonight, so that was nice to see.
Sophomore guard Jaden Byrnes. Jaden, coming off that loss on Wednesday, what did you guys talk about as a group heading into this game tonight?
Well, we always say that you can't hang your head low on a loss. You have to pick it up and just keep playing hard in the next game. You take it game by game.
Right. Did you feel the defensive pressure was that much more in the second half?
Most definitely. We tuned it up a lot more.
Yeah. Holly, defensively, is this how this team is going to win ball games the rest of the way?
Absolutely. We have 3 goals every game. Not let the team score 15 points, out-rebound them, and get to the line. And if we can do those things, then we're usually pretty successful. But the defense was much better tonight than it was the other day, and the rebounding.
Yeah, I'll save this one for you too, Coach. How good can this team be?
We can be pretty good when they want to work hard, and we're learning. We've been doing a lot of teaching with the newer players in the backcourt, and we're going to get Wendy in another 3 games, and she's another Rosie on defense. So I think we'll be getting better, and we have to get better. Each game we have to get better and better, because that's a good team that we just beat. I mean, that's a good team. So,
As the season goes along too, Jaden, how much trust are you guys building on the court with each other?
Oh, we already have enough trust now. You just have to keep building it up as the season goes on.
A happy group of Whalers here tonight. Big win over a good East Lyme team here tonight, Casey. 1-0 in the league right now, right, Coach?
1-0. You got it.
That's it. Casey?
Thank you, Sports Doctor. 59-34, New London with a convincing win over East Lyme, and the Vikings will get back at it, as will the Whalers, though both going to try to start a little something here. The Vikings on that 4-game winning streak will start to see if they can start another one, and the Whalers, of course, will look to extend off of this 1-game winning streak. We'll bring the Sports Doctor back in, but we want to promote our next one. We will be back Monday, January 14th, 7 p.m., the Ledyard High School Colonels at the Norwich Free Academy Wildcats. So here we go. The next message, as I bring the Sports Doctor back in, is to you, NFA. We're talking to you, NFA.
Where are my sunglasses?
The girls came
the girls
and they
took
got
the
them.
sunglasses
They
already?
came and they got them. I congratulated them. So now we're coming to you, NFA. We've seen what Lancer Nation can do. We've seen what Viking Valley can do. So now I'm looking right at you, and I'm going to go old school Hulk Hogan to you, NFA. You know what, brother? What you gonna do when the Sports Doctor and the Game Day crew are coming to you?
Dig it? Listen, who wants the pizza? Casey. Mushroom, pepperoni, sausage, cheese, but no anchovies. He's buying, I'm flying.
All right, NFA, we will see you on the 14th. And to everybody else joining us tonight, thank you very much. The New London High School Whalers, a convincing 59-34 win over the East Lyme girls. For the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien, Mike DeMoro, Peter Wappy, and all of the crew, we thank you all for tuning in, and good night, everybody.